Mike's Daily Podcast.
Well, the people that make my life really busy have been kind and have allowed me to do 3 podcasts in a row.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Because sometimes I get interrupted and I can't do 3 podcasts in a row, but today I'm going to do that. And I'm trying to do stuff to keep me from getting fat. And that means not eating a lot of stuff that is delicious and I could just shove it all in my mouth. I used to drink a lot of Frappuccinos.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
In fact, for a long time, I had the Matthews Chino that I was very well known for. And you know what I did? I decided I'm not going to make those anymore. Let me tell you what I would put in those. I'd put in a blender, some coffee. Sorry. That's what I was trying to say was I would put the coffee in the fridge to cool it down. Then I would add some ice, add some chocolate chips, add some milk, add some banana. I basically was trying to copy what I would see them do at It's a Grind when they made their, I think, is it called the Funky Monkey? It's got some kind of name like that. It's got banana in it. And it was pretty good, but I forgot the cocoa powder. Put the chocolate in, cocoa powder and all that. Let me just say, it is not the healthiest thing for you, but whatever. Now I don't do that. I'll take some cold coffee, add a little almond milk to it, because I'm lactose intolerant. Maybe some oat milk. And you know, if you go and buy that stuff at Costco, don't go into the cooler, into that freezing room, which annoys me because I have the bald head and no hair to cover it. And so I freeze top my head off. It's not pleasant. And so you go instead to the area in the back where they've got these boxes.
And here's today's podcast picture.
You actually get more bang for your buck when you get the boxes that have the smaller cartons. You end up going through, it feels like you're going through a carton every day, but you're actually getting more almond milk. Now, the question is, am I now purchasing and disposing of more packaging? Well, it goes into the recycle bin, so who cares? Hey, the podcast picture today is of something that happened years ago. Let's go back in time, shall we? I was trying to find this podcast picture of the late great Basil the Boxer when there was a friend of mine who had a pipe. He used to smoke a pipe. And Basil the Boxer, the late great Basil the Boxer, this friend of mine actually put the pipe in made it look like it was in his mouth. And we got a funny picture. I think we put sunglasses on Basil. We had to take it in like 2 seconds because it was, you know, he moved his head, said, "What are you guys doing? Stop that." So let's see. We'll go back 3 years ago to a time, much simpler time, pre-pandemic. And I think we'll get to this nice picture somewhere in some place. See it at mikesdailypodcast.com. I really don't know what it is today. I've got no clue. I guess some days these podcast pictures just leap out at me, and today nothing. How about Lake Chabot? All right, there we go. Lake Chabot in Podcaster Valley, in their little marina with the boats. Very nice. This is going to be a kind of a short podcast. Dictionary.com adds new words. They've added 300 new words and phrases, including COVID-19. I don't know how this word got in. Aunt Jemima. Okay, Jedi. What? Yeah. Why weren't those words in there eons ago? Who knows? And 5G. Here's a word you probably would also be shocked to find is now in the dictionary. Oof. That's OOF. Oof. Not to be confused with the Ood, which is a Doctor Who character, alien thing, bald-headed with tentacles over its mouth, and it carries an orb in its hand, and it communicates with the orb. It's strange. And they sing. No, this is oof, an exclamation used to sympathize with someone else's pain or dismay, or to express one's own. Oof. Then there's snack. No, not something like a delicious meal that hopefully is a healthy choice, but in fact, a sexy and physically attractive woman, a person, attractive person, doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. A hottie is also called a snack. That I have never used that, and now I will. Yeet. That's Y-E-E-T. That is an exclamation of enthusiasm, approval, triumph, pleasure, joy, etc. An attractive man who's also stylish, charming, and self-confident, the word for that is zaddy. Z-A-D-D-Y. I've never heard that, seen that written down, nothing. So I am so out of the loop. Then there is y'all. Believe it or not, that, yes, the way you would use y'all in the South, that apparently has never been in the dictionary before. Okay. And this is, oh, okay. I guess that's the end of that article, thankfully. New emojis are coming in the month of September, and it is going to be one called a lip bite, illustrated by lips with teeth biting into the bottom lip. Here are some of the other ones. There is a saluting emoji. That'll be very good to have for your friends that are in the military. Plus, there's all the military holidays we have: 4th of July, Veterans Day, I guess kind of Flag Day, and Memorial Day. There's a melting emoji. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast, Summer in Podcastro Valley, Mont. I have not seen what the melting emoji looks like. There's a troll. Good. We need a troll emoji. A mirror ball. That sounds cool. There's a low battery emoji. Yikes. I hate seeing that low battery symbol on my phone. Several different types of handshakes. That sounds good. Pregnant people. Okay. People. Not women, but people. And even beans. Beans. I guess when you say cool beans. USPS has delivered a mystery message postage stamp. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Oh, that's one of those ones. If a train leaves and he's inside of a room, how does he get out of the room if there's no cats? Kraft's mac and cheese ice cream sold out in 1 hour recently. Over 2,000 pints were sold at Kraft's website, and it crashed. They're planning to restock. 80% of people think the Tokyo Olympics should be canceled because of the coronavirus. $800 million is being spent on coronavirus countermeasures at the Olympics. And that's all. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. I hope you like the picture of the boats. It's always nice to get out on the water. But other than being in a boat, which and Adam Sandberg did a wonderful job singing about being on a boat. There are other fun things to do on the water. Actually, there are fun things to do in Reno. But I'm not going to click on that link. I can think of, there's a couple interesting museums in Reno, I know that. Here, kick, jump, stomp, and splash in the water. When the water recedes from the shore, chase it. Then turn around and run back when the waves return. Grab a fistful of really wet sand, and you can build, drip castles. Those are wonderful. If you are doing a drip castle, though, make sure someone slathers your back with 50 SPF sunscreen or something strong. Consult a doctor about what works best for your skin. You can make sand angels. Ooh, not so much fun. Get that in your ear. That's not... Fill a bucket with water, then empty it. Add sand if you like. Repeat as desired. Buckets. Make a warm weather version of a snowman. It's called a Sandman. Yes, wasn't that the character in the... There was a song. Is there a Sandman song with the Metallica people? Write words in the sand with a stick. Oh, there are some wonderful... We wrote some nice little things in the sand in honor of the late great Basil the Boxer last year. And it was interesting because we almost lost Basil. You know, Basil's in a little box now, and his ashes are in the box, and we sat it on the sand with this nice little "We love you" sign written in the sand. And I took a picture of it. Then I went over and picked up the box, and like within an instant, a wave came and just would have completely gotten the box all wet, and that would have basically destroyed the box. But, you know, it took out the sign that I'd just taken a picture of. That's life, isn't it? Stuff just comes and goes so quickly, and we have to make the most of it while it's here. Kind of like this podcast, which is almost over. Look who's here.
Hello, my commercials, Madam Wu, the big old I hear you are talking about the wonderful world of... Ooh.
Yes, I just realized something, and that is I put the wrong description for this podcast on the website, and you shouldn't be here. It should be this person.
Hello, my Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, the job supervisor. Yeah, why are you taking over my show? Madam, I am sorry. Oh.
Did you mean to do it?
No.
Look who else is here. This guy.
This is Floyd the Floorman. Floyd the Floorman.
And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, I'm all confused because you wrote the stuff on the website. Now it's all wrong. And people should check out my mistake at mikesdailypodcast.com. Next show, it'll be Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. If you wanted to hear more Madame Ritabaga, go to the previous podcast. And if you don't, then listen to A-Frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!
And that was episode 2275, 2275. More at mikesdailypodcast.com.